Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Nothing But Fishing of 2020, and it's actually the 2nd of January, and one of my goals for the year is to fish more, really. Obviously I'm on the bank all the time. You probably see me on social media always posting that I'm on the bank with work and things, but quite often I haven't got the rods out. So my first sort of New Year's resolution, as it were, is to fish more when I'm out on the bank filming for work. Even if it's just picking out a couple of choddies in a lake I've never fished before, anything like that, it's what I'm going to do, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. I've got some work to do, but I've got the rods out as well. I'm on a new fishery for the channel, and new to myself, really. I fished it for the first time last week with my brother-in-law, and we both managed one each on a cold December's day just after Christmas, and it's now the 2nd of January, so I'm hoping for my first catch of the year in January. And the fishery is called Wellow Brook Fishery. Very, very local to me. It's only 2 or 3 miles. It's been here for a few years and I've never fished it before. It's actually my brother-in-law's uncle's place, so there's a very, very loose family connection there. But fish-wise, I think they go up to low 20s, so not massive in here. There's a good head of fish as far as I know, common carp, mirror carp, and we saw ghosty last time as well. So hopefully just have a bite. And there's a massive slit coming up off my left rod, and that's because the tactics I'm using today are solid bags, something I've never really done much of in the past, but I caught on last time I was here. And I've just got very simple, little bit of the citrus fizz and stick mix, top and bottom, just to give it a bit of a fizz when it's breaking down, and the rest is maggots. And then the hook bait is just a single grain of pop-up corn on a size 8 hook, I think it is, so quite small, and an inline drop-off setup. Again, another setup I've never really used before, but we've got the whole day ahead of us. It's now 11 o'clock. Got to get some filming done for work, but the rods are out, and that's the main thing. And hopefully this year is a prosperous year for both myself and all you guys. Post below what your New Year's resolutions are, whether they be personal ones or fishing ones. But yeah, let's try and start off the new year with a fish or two. So my first fish of the year was a snotty bream. The only way is up from here. Well, unfortunately, I've only got about 2 hours of light left, so it's starting to get down to the wire. And I'd already had one by this point last week, and so my brother-in-law. Then it started to slow up, so starting to wonder whether I'm going to get anything today. So a slight change. Last week, I had one on a single grain of pop-up corn in a solid bag. My brother-in-law had one on a small 12mm citrus pop-up. The corn hasn't done anything today for me other than a bream, so I'm going to switch one of them over to single grain, to the pop-up, sorry, and see if that makes any difference. I'm going to cast it into a slightly different place as well, to around where I had my fish last week, and just see if the last couple of hours brings a fish. I'm probably going to bring the left rod back in as well, just to recast it into another spot, just because that's what I did last week. Every hour I was recasting, just because if the fish didn't take it in that hour, I'd assume that they just weren't there. And trying to find the fish, even on a venue this small, can still be the key to catching something. It paid off last week, so I'm hoping it'll pay off again this week. So I'm just going to rig this one up, ping it back out, and see if it brings us a bite. Well, we've started off 2020 with a pristine condition, beautiful coloured common, which looks very similar to the one I had last week. Don't think it's the same one, but look at that, for an absolute stunner. Beautiful fish, dorsal and everything. And that came to the rod, which I made that small change, put a little 12mm pop-up on with a shot on the hair, solid bag still, and pinged it over to where I had a fish last week, and it done the business. So a change paid off, and for a cold January bite, I'm very happy with that. I've got about an hour's left of light, so I'll probably ping it back out one more time, see if we get something else. But if not, I'm happy with this one. Let's get a few snaps and slip it back. Well, I've just flung the rod back out as a single, didn't bother doing a bar because I didn't realise it's 3:30. It's going to be dark in about half an hour, so didn't think there's much point in doing that. Just going to slowly pack away. Both rods are out. That left rod is still a perfectly presented solid bag, so that could go off. But I am very happy with that. So that's the first session of the year, 2nd of January, and first carp. So hopefully I'm going to be able to make lots more of these sort of videos this year. Very short ones, just while I'm out putting the rods out whilst at work. And it's more content for you, but it may not be the hour-long sort of feature films, but it's something to keep it ticking over. That is my plan anyway. So yeah, time to pack up, head on home, and see you on the next one. Cheers for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. Hit the bell, do whatever you want. If you like the video, like it, that's fine. Anyway, I'm off.